allow the same place that would open up to perform these abortions to have those people within those doors. And it's, if somebody said it today, and I have to, I'm going to rob their words, and I think it'll be said today, if somebody's willing to go in and kill their baby, they're willing to lie as well to get it done.
Senate will be in order. Proceed.
I'll repeat that in case they didn't hear it.
Senate will be in order. Proceed.
I'm going to make sure that was loud and clear for the members in here so that it's understood. What's in the bill now, both of the two reporting mechanisms make it accessible to be able to report that rape has occurred, because it puts medical facilities throughout this state that would be under that licensing, and they are mandatory reporters in those facilities, and both of them get directly to law enforcement. The gentleman's amendment, in my opinion, looks as though it would permit the same place that would be performing the abortion to also be the place you go report it. You report a rape. So if you were not raped, but you still want that abortion, you could go to that facility, claim rape, and then have your abortion even if you were not. And a person who is in that situation, willing to go to that extreme, I would expect, would go to the extreme of lying to get it done. And so I don't trust that to be in the same place, so I urge objection of the amendment.
Is there further discussion? Senate. Senate will be in order. This is, 1 second. Last time I will announce Senate will be in order, or I will recess and the galleries will be cleared and we will continue business. One more time of an outbreak, the galleries will be emptied.
Mr. President, would the Senator from Greenbrier yield to a question?
Will the Senator from Greenbrier yield? Senator
Yes,
yields.
Thank you, Senator. You probably, I would guess like myself, have received a lot of emails in the last few days from young ladies, and maybe not some young ladies, that have urged me to preserve a perceived right to abortion. And quite often when they tell their story, it starts with the first time they were sexually abused as a child, 9 or 10 years old, and subsequent times that perhaps they were abused as a child, and that's ties very directly both into the section of the amendment and as well as your amendment. And I guess one of the concerns that I have there is that quite often what these emails say is that first abuser was a teacher or a pastor or a coach. And, you know, the dynamic in these relationships quite often is that the child has a very romanticized view of what's happening. They think this is their boyfriend. Would you agree with that?
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
You don't know what I'm talking about. Thank you. So the reason I asked the question is actually very simple, because in that circumstance, and I think that I'm correct on that, the people that I just named off are mandatory reporters. Do you recognize that?
Mandatory reporters include a whole host of folks, such as
They
coaches,
include a whole host
teachers,
of folks. And so here is this
pastors.
minor. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting. You go ahead.
No, sir, I'm just answering your
Okay.
question. I think it was a question.
And so the whole host of folks could very well be their abuser. Would you agree with that?
It could be possible.
Okay. And so if they tell their abuser the next time they see them that they think they're pregnant, they've just satisfied the requirements here, have they not?
What I would say in response to that is, you know, that if a child has experienced sexual assault, I can only imagine how scary that would be. And the point is to allow them an opportunity to report so they can get the help they need. And if we do what this amendment says, if we go this route, then we open it to mandatory reporters, a whole host of those folks, So you're not just keying in on one. I mean, I hear you keying in on one. This gives them additional opportunities.
So you think that the circumstance I described, where this adolescent who may be 10, maybe 12, do not have the romanticized feelings that I'm describing. They think this is their buddy.
Senator will be at ease for 15 minutes. Sergeant at Arms, clear the galleries.